you're putting that above Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to send some over.
It's a banger.
Perfect. All right. There's a rumor that you played the bear in Happy Gilmore 2 in the scene where Travis has honey put on him. Can you confirm? Or...
When I first heard Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift confirm on the New Heights podcast that they had purchased a mansion in Lake Como and that this decision was tied to their wedding plans this December, I realized that we weren't just talking about another piece of celebrity gossip, but about a seismic cultural event that represents the merging of two global powerhouses whose influence stretches far beyond sports and music. Listening to them, sports and music. Listening to them, sport could feel the magnitude of what they were revealing, not just a real estate purchase, not just a wedding announcement, but a declaration of intention, a signal that their relationship is not only surviving the glare of relentless public attention, but thriving in a way that demands to be taken seriously. And I'll admit, my first reaction was one of awe because Lake Como isn't just any location. It's one of the most romantic, storied places in the world. A place where history, luxury, and artistry collide. And for Travis and Taylor to choose it as their shared sanctuary speaks volumes about the seriousness of their bond. Think about it. Taylor Swift, one of the most influential and scrutinized women on the planet, is preparing to marry Travis Kelce, a man whose identity has been built around toughness, discipline, and dominance in the NFL, and together they are stepping into a shared life that bridges not only their two careers, but their two worlds, which for years the media has insisted are too different to coexist. Yet here they are on a podcast casually confirming something monumental, and I couldn't help but marvel at the symbolism. But of course the skeptics have already begun to speak, haven't they? They claim this is a PR stunt, that Lake Como is just a backdrop chosen for optics, that the December wedding chatter is a carefully orchestrated distraction meant to keep Taylor's name buzzing during her global tour and Travis's during the NFL season. And to those people, I say, have you actually listened to them? Have you caught the tone, the inflection, the authenticity in their voices? Because what I heard was not corporate strategy, but two human beings brimming with joy and anticipation. Taylor, whose life has been documented and dissected to exhaustion, sounded uncharacteristically open, as though she's found a space of safety in Travis. Travis, who has built his reputation as a warrior on the field, spoke with a softness that only comes from genuine love. And so, as I sat with their words, I asked myself why we, as a culture, are so quick to assume insincerity when celebrities choose happiness. Is it because we've been conditioned to believe every relationship is a performance, every smile a brand exercise? Or is it because the scale of their fame is so overwhelming that we struggle to imagine that, at the core, they're just people navigating love like the rest of us? Still, the purchase of a Lake Como mansion is not just about romance. It's about symbolism, stability, and building a foundation. For Taylor, who has spent her career being labeled everything from serial dater to calculating businesswoman, this is a bold rejection of those narratives, an act of rooting herself literally in a shared home that screams permanence. For Travis, it's an expansion of identity, a move beyond the gridiron and into the realm of cultural legacy, because aligning himself with Taylor isn't just about personal happiness, it's about shaping a future where his name will be remembered alongside hers in history. And then there's the December wedding. My God, what a moment that will be. The speculation alone has already eclipsed most celebrity weddings of the past decade, and the confirmation that their Lake Como purchase is tied to that milestone only adds fuel to the cultural fire. Imagine the scenes. The international press descending on Italy, fans gathering on the shores, the inevitable comparisons to other legendary weddings, from George Clooney and Amal Alamuddin to royal ceremonies that once captivated the globe. But here's what sets this apart. Taylor and Travis are not just celebrities, they are institutions, each commanding loyalty, attention, and passion from millions, and their union will not just be a wedding, it will be a spectacle of global significance. Yet, as I think about this, I also think about the cost of it all. Because behind the beauty of Lake Como and the fairy tale of December lies a pressure most of us could never fathom. Every decision they make, every gesture, every smile or stumble will be dissected by fans, haters, and the media alike. And the intimacy of love will constantly have to battle the harsh glare of scrutiny. And that perhaps is why their confirmation on the podcast felt so important. It was a reclaiming of narrative, a moment where they chose to speak for themselves in their own words instead of letting tabloids or gossip sites shape the story. They planted their flag, so to speak, in Lake Como in December in marriage and told us, this is ours, this is real. And so I returned to the skeptics, the critics, the cynics who scoff at the idea that a superstar singer and an NFL player could find lasting love. To them, I say, watch closely. Because every time Taylor Swift has been underestimated, every time she has been told she cannot, she has not only proven otherwise, but has redefined the rules of the game. And every time Travis Kelce has been counted out, he has risen higher, stronger, more dominant. Together, they are not a distraction, not a PR stunt, but a force. And Lake Como is not just a house, it is the symbol of a future they are writing together. As I reflect on all of this, I feel the weight of what their story represents: hope, defiance, resilience, and above all, love. And so, as December approaches and as the world inevitably fixates on every detail of their wedding, I can't help but think that what matters most is not the spectacle, not the headlines, but the fact that in a world so eager to tear people apart, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are choosing to build a life together, to root themselves in love, and to share just enough of that journey with us to remind us that even the biggest stars are staying